The first thing is, of course, the elevator pitch is always the most important, or to capsulize what your brand is. So if you have to say what your brand is, how you found that unique niche in the market in just a couple of words, how would you describe your brand?
Who are you asking here?
You got one? I know the answer to this one, so.
My brand was easy to discover. Having curly hair and being a hairdresser and not being able to be taken care of in the industry was a no-brainer as to what my brand was going to be. So being the curl expert has been an unbelievable gift and a discovery to our industry. It just seems to amaze me how many beauty insiders that have no conception of the amount of curly hair out there, and that they've never addressed it and tapped it. So hopefully that answered your question.
Yes.
Actually, it was a no-brainer.
Right. Frederic, what about you growing your brand? I mean, when I met you in salon, or I think you just opened your salon.
Yes, I opened in 1984, and to your point, there was no social media or anything like that, but I really had the real social media. And what I mean by that is I was received with open arms from my clients. I had clients that were neglected by our industry, were never addressed, and they just screamed from rooftops. They just came to me by droves. It was really the word of mouth that built my brand, and it still is. So to your question, did I think I would be here? Of course not. My goal was, and the beauty industry, thanks to all of you, made it really difficult for me, but thank you, you gave me more drive, because no is not an option, is my goal was to really teach and convince the beauty industry in the world about curls. And look where it is today. Look what happened. It's amazing.
Well, it's a strange thing about curls, because you're very pro-curl.
Yes.
And so many women don't like their curls. How do you deal with that kind of negative feeling when they come in and they want straight hair, or they blow it out too much? Or...
That's an excellent question. As I was saying earlier, it always surprises me that I surprise the insiders of the beauty industry when I say over 65% of the universe have curls or some form of texture. And all these people are just not addressed. So when you come to me and you have curly hair, most of the time it's because you really never learned how to use it, or you didn't have a Sally or a Frederic to teach you, and Frederic, sorry, to teach you and to guide you and to help you. And you needed something to work with. You wanted to celebrate your curls. You wanted to free your curls. You wanted to be able to express who you really are, and just to be out there and be confident in your hair. So for me, if you come in and you say, hey, you know what, Ouidad, I'd like to wear my hair straight today. I'm like, excellent. You know what you need to do? You have to make sure that you have it conditioned properly so you can have the option of wearing it straight or curly. And to your point earlier, your stylist tells you that you can't let your hair go because it's bushy.
Like a broom.
A broom. my next book is going to be about all the names women call hair. Everything. That would be quite entertaining. But I'm for it. I think it's very important to be able to celebrate your hair to the texture that it is, and to have an option to do everything. But I am the curl expert, and I celebrate curl, and I do have a mission to educate everybody about their curly hair.
And what about, is there something that is going to guarantee your success? Those things sort of are the obstacles or things to avoid. What are the things you want to make sure you have when you're starting your brand? I mean, good idea. We talked about a good idea.
Good product.
A good product.
Good product would be the first thing you do.
I also think you need a really excellent talent and skill to help you create a brand. And you can also start organically. You really don't need a huge funding. You can start small. And to Frederic's point is that you're cool for a couple of years and then you're not cool anymore. And that's when
I still feel cool. Sorry.
No, you will always be cool. Like you reach that line. Exactly. When you always want to stay cool and you think about it and you just have to keep an eye, keep your eyes open, see what's coming around the corner. Being really, really authentic and honest with what is going on and what you're offering your clients. And to be ahead of your customer, to know what are they looking for, what product, what service. will they eventually need? And that's what I think is it's a very important key to staying cool, being successful. You have a lot of good ideas. Exactly.
And knowing exactly what the customer wants.
With straight hair clients, they have a tendency to stay 3 to 4 years. Curly hair clients stay forever. So my aha moment was just the people coming in and in the masses that really, they cried when we cut their hair and we just relieved them and they felt comfortable and confident to walk out